Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, A4WX, right here on Ham Shack TV. Let's do something fun. What do you say? I've been a ham radio operator for 15 years now. I'm now an extra class operator. It's been 15 years since I took the technician test. Let's take the technician test and see how we do. It might be scary. Let's find out. All right, again, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Kind of nervous at this. We're going to see how we do. Again, been a ham radio operator 15 years, got the highest class license, now the extra class license. So this could be interesting. I do want to preface this that we do support ham radio prep here on this channel, and would like you to check out hamradioprep.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV for an additional 10% off their license course classes. But today, I'm going to be using Ham Study to take this practice exam. Now, the reason I'm doing that is my daughter is currently going through ham radio prep, and I don't want to interfere with her records on there. So definitely check out Ham Radio Prep if you're interested in getting your ham radio license. So let's get started. All right, we'll go ahead and share the screen here. We're going to go to practice test. We're looking at the technician course or technician class. Let's get started. Number one, what is the most common repeater frequency offset in the 2-meter band? Well, I know that's easily plus or minus 600 kilohertz. Number two, which of the following is used to convert a signal from one frequency to another? Phase splitter, mixer, amplifier, or inverter? Convert a signal from one frequency to another. Don't believe it's mixer. It's definitely not amplifier. Don't think it's inverter. I'm going to go phase splitter. I just don't think amplifier's right unless they're talking about a PA. Even that doesn't make sense. It's not a mixer. We'll go with phase splitter. Number three, how soon after passing the examination for your first amateur radio license may you transmit on the amateur radio bands? A, immediately on receiving your certificate of successful completion of examination. That's not correct. B, as soon as you receive your FCC license in the mail. You're not going to get it in the mail, so no, that's not right. C, as soon as your operator station license grant appears in the ARRL website. No. ARRL is not the authority in amateur radio. D, as soon as your operator station license grant appears in the FCC license database. That is correct. The FCC is the ultimate authority. Number four, what type of signaling uses a pair of audio tones? D star, no. GPRS, no. C, CTSS. Yeah. Or D, DTMF. No, I don't think it's CTCSS because that's a signal tone. I think DTMF is correct. We're going to go to DTMF. DTMF is like your dial pad on your telephone. Number five, what is generally the best time for a long 10-meter band propagation with the F region? From shortly after sunset to dawn during periods of low sunspot activity. No, 10 meters is never good at night typically. B, from dawn to shortly after sunset during periods of low sunspot activity. No, I don't think that's right either. C, from shortly after sunset to dawn. Well, no, that's not right. So it's either D or B. I'm going to say D. I think the sunspots help 10 meters. I know we're currently in solar cycle 25 right now, so that seems right. Number six, what mode of transmission is commonly used by amateur radio satellites? That's all of the above. FM, CW, and single sideband. Number seven, what formula is used to calculate voltage in a circuit? That's easy. E equals I over R. Number 8, what is component 3 in T1? That looks like a light bulb. That would be a lamp. Number 9, in which direction does a half-wave dipole antenna radiate signal strongest? Ooh. A, in the direction of the feed line. No, that's not right. B, off the ends of the antenna. No, that's not right. C, equally in all directions. No, a dipole is not omnidirectional. And D, broadside of the antenna. It's the broadside of the antenna. Number 10, which of the following self-assigned indicators are acceptable to use when using a phone transmission? A, all the choices are correct. B, Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Charlie stroke W Whiskey 3. Same call sign / Whiskey 3. Same call sign slant Whiskey 3. It is all of the above. You can use any of those if appropriate. Number 11. How many amateurs use the 219 to 220 megahertz segment of the 1.25 meter band? Pass scan television only. B, emergency traffic only. C, fixed digital messaging forwarding systems only. D, spread spectrum. I don't think it's spread spectrum. I don't think it's emergency traffic. I don't think it's. I'm going to say maybe fast television, but that seems like an HF thing. 220. It still doesn't sound right to me. Let me go with spread spectrum. I don't think that's correct, but it seems right. Which is equal to 1 kilovolt? A kilo is 1,000, so 1,000 volts. Number 13. How much power is delivered by a voltage of 12 volts DC and a current of 2.5 amperes? Boy, I'm not good with this stuff. 12 volts DC and a current of 1.25 amperes. I'm going to shoot in the dark here, guys. 4.8. I'm just shooting in the dark. I'm just not good with the formulas. I know E equals I over R because I beat that in my head 15 years ago. 14. What is the approximate velocity of a radio wave in free space? 30 million meters per second, 150,000 meters per second, 150,000 miles per hour, 300 million miles per hour. I think it's 300 million meters per second. That's been a while. Number 15, which of the following receiver filter bandwidths provide the best signal to noise ratio for single sideband reception? 500 hertz or 5,000 hertz, 500 hertz, 1,000 hertz, 2,400. I've used all of these. I think 500 is too narrow. I think 1,000 is too narrow. 5,000 is too wide. I want to go 2,400. That seems right to me. 16. By the way, you would use 500 like if you were doing CW or something like that. Number 16. What reading on the SWR meter indicates a perfect impedance match between antenna and feed line? It would be a 1-to-1. Let's see here. Number 17. Which of the following can damage a multimeter? Attempting to measure voltage when using a resistance setting. Attempting to measure resistance when using the voltage setting. Failing to connect one of the probes to ground. Not allowing it to properly warm up. My gut says C, but it could be A or B. 18. what conditions is an amateur station authorized to transmit music using a phone emission? When the music produces no spurious sounds, no. When the music is transmitted above 1280 megahertz, no. When transmissions are limited to less than 3 minutes per hour, no. When incidental to an authorized retransmission of a manned spacecraft communications, that's the only thing that seems realistic to me. Honestly, music is not allowed, period, but there may be exceptions for the spacecraft communication. Number 19, what are the units of electrical resistance? Resistance is ohms. Number 20, how is over-the-air access to IRLP nodes accomplished? By entering the proper internet password. By using TCSS tone codes? No. By using DTMF signals? Don't think that's right either. By obtaining a password that is sent via voice to the node? Don't think that's right either. It may be a DTMF code to dial up. If I'm thinking of like Echolink, you use a DTMF to dial it up. So that could be it. Number 21, how does RF radiation differ, whatever you want to say, from ionizing radiation, aka radioactivity? RF radiation is perfectly safe. Well, not quite. You can get burned pretty easily. B, RF radiation can only be detected with a RF dosimeter. That sounds like a made-up word. C, RF radiation does not have significant energy to cause chemical changes in cells and DNA or damage DNA. D, RF radiation is limited to a few feet. It's either C or D. And I think the D answer is more about how much power is coming out of it. Don't think A or D or A or B are correct. Yeah, I think it's C. There's radio engineers that have worked around these high-powered transmitters for years, both radio and television. So I just don't think that that's a real thing. And they don't really use PPE minus gloves when they're working on the stuff like that. So 22, which of the following can provide power gain? Transistor, transformer. I think it's a transformer. Could be wrong. What is the standard standing wave ratio? The ratio of amplifier power output to input? No. The transmitter efficiency ratio? No. A measure of how well a load is matched to the transmission line? Absolutely. D, an indication of the quality of the station's ground connection? It is C. Number 24. What is a characteristic of single sideband compared to FM? All the choices are correct. Single sidebands have narrower bandwidth. Single sidebands signals are less accessible to interference. Single sidebands are easier to tune in correctly. I don't know about the bandwidth. I'm not sure about that. And they're not less accessible to interference. I'm going to go all the above. Which of the following activities is supported by digital mode software in the WSJ-TX software? Weak signal propagation, sure. Meteor scatter and EME. Meteor scatter and EME. I don't think that's the case, but my gut's telling me it's all of the above. I know weak signal propagation beacons for sure. We'll go with D. I could be wrong. It could be all of the above, but I think it's D. Number 26. What is a hazard of charging or discharging a battery too quickly? Half-wave rectification, excess output rivel, overheating and outgassing, inverse memory effect. I believe it's overheating. That's you charge a battery too fast. I mean, we see that with our cell phones and things all the time. Batteries heat up pretty quick. Number 27. Which of the following connections is made between a computer and a transceiver to use computer software when operating digital modes? A. Computer line in, transceiver push to talk. No, I don't think so. Computer line in to transfer speaker. Possibly. Computer line out to transceiver or speaker. Computer line out. Okay, so it's not the push to talk. I can tell you that. Between a computer and a transceiver to use when operating digital modes. See, I use USB, and that serves as both a line in and out. Well, the line out wouldn't be going to the speaker. So computer line in, yeah, it's B. Some of these you have to think about, guys, if you're studying for your license. 28. Are amateur station control operators ever permitted to operate outside of the frequency privileges of their license class? A, yes, but only when part of a FEMA emergency plan. B, yes, but only when part of a RACES emergency plan. C, yes, but only in situations involving immediate safety to life or property. Or D, no, life and property always, for sure. Number 29, which of the following is commonly used as a visual indicator? That is an LED. Number 30, when the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? The control operator and the licensee, or the station licensee. Only the station licensee. All licensed amateurs who are present at the station or at the operation. D, only the control operator. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible? See, so I'm thinking about this in terms of repeater control ops. Since my friend Tim Berry owns several repeaters here in East Tennessee, WB4 GBI, shout out to him. And he's got numerous control operators. But he's always saying he's ultimately responsible, because it's got his call sign on it. But are the control operators responsible too? I think they both are. So we'll go with A. But it may very well be just the station licensee. I'm just not 100% on that. Number 31. Which region of the atmosphere can refract or bend HF and VHF? That is the ionosphere. Which of the following actions should you take if your neighbor tells you that your station's transmissions are interfering with their radio or TV reception? A, all of the above is correct. B, immediately turn off your transmitter and contact the nearest FCC office for assistance. No, that's not right. C, make sure your station is functioning properly and it does not cause interference to your own radio television when tuned to the same channel. D, install a harmonic doubler on the output of your transmitter and tune it until interference is eliminated. D's too complicated. I don't think that's right. I don't think you'd contact the FCC. So A is not correct. I'm going to say C. Number 33, under what circumstances is it safe to climb a tower without the help of an observer or helper? When no electrical work is being performed, no. When no mechanical work is being performed, no. When the work is not being done more than 20 feet above the ground, no. You always need somebody to watch you. if you're climbing a tower. What is the function of a single pole dual throw switch? That would be, it's not this one. Or is it? 2 circuits are open or closed. 2 circuits are each switched between 1 or 2 circuits. No, it's not B. A single circuit open and closed. I don't think it's C either. A single circuit that can be switched in 1 or 2. I'm going to go with D. Could be wrong. Final question. What proves that the FCC has issued an operator primary license grant? The license appears on the ULS, an email notification from the NCVC giving a license. No, it is the license grant only in the FCC ULS database. All right, that's all of them. See how we did. We passed it, but we barely passed it. 77%. So some of this has changed. Obviously, the question pools change every 3-4 years, I think. Let's see what we missed. That one was right. The phase splitter, we didn't know about that. It is a mixer. Okay, interesting. License grant, we knew that. DTMF for the paratones, that was a good thought. Dawn to dusk high sunspot, good. All the above for that. E equals I over R. Okay, I need to go back and I told you I wasn't good at my formulas. Okay, we know that that's an LED, so that was good. Broadside of the antenna is right. All the above on self-assigned is right. Spreads rectum on 220. That was what I was concerned about. Okay, that was my least good. 1,000 volts, we knew that. Here's another formula question. 30 watts. Okay, I see what they've done there. That makes sense. Velocity of wave was correct on that. 300 million. 2400 hertz was correct. 1-to-1 on SWR. Multimeter damage, attempting to measure voltage when using resistance settings. Okay, we messed that one up. Almost as good. DTMF tones, RF engineer. That was right. Transformer power gain, that should have been transistor. There was either transformer or transistor. 23, a measure of how well the load is matched to the transmission line. What is a characteristic of single sideband? Narrower bandwidth. And this was all of the above. Yep, I was afraid of that. Overheating or outgassing on the batteries, we knew that. Line to transceiver, that was right. Life and property is always correct. LED is good. Was right about who is responsible for the station. Ionosphere was correct. Functioning properly. Never safe to climb a tower without somebody. Single pole dual switch or dual throw was right. License in the database. Okay. So we missed what we thought we would miss, and we picked up on some of the ones that we didn't think we would miss. So that was fun. 23 minutes to get through the test. It's been, again, 15 years since I've taken that test, and it's changed several times since I took it. So no excuse. That's what ham radio is. It's always a learning opportunity. So go check out my friends at hamradioprep.com if you're interested in getting your ham radio license. They have some fantastic prices on getting a technician license, general license, or extra class license. Use my coupon code HamShackTV. You'll get an additional 10% off. They're already great prices. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. Hope you have a great day. And don't forget to visit the all-new Ham Shack TV store, Amazon.com/shop/Ham Shack TV. Got all kinds of great goodies in there. Go check it out. 73s, guys. We'll see you on the next one. AA4WX, WSEB 693.